Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. Today, we're going to journey to three pretty incredible historical locations:
Yeah.
Pompeii, the Antikythera shipwreck, and Stonehenge.
Wow.
Now, you might be thinking, what could possibly link a volcanic eruption,
Right.
a sunken treasure, and a prehistoric monument?
Yeah, what is the connection?
Well, get ready, because they all hold these unexpected discoveries that reveal ancient knowledge and practices far more advanced than you might think.
Yeah, that's what's so fascinating about studying ancient cultures, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
We often underestimate their ingenuity and sophistication, and these sites really challenge those assumptions.
Yeah, they do.
They offer a glimpse into worlds that were both, familiar in some ways, but also surprisingly ahead of their time.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's start with Pompeii.
Okay.
79 AD. And this bustling Roman city is completely buried by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius.
Oh, wow.
And what's incredible is that the ash acted like a preservative.
Right.
It froze everyday life in its tracks.
Exactly. We're not just talking about buildings.
No.
We're talking about, perfectly preserved objects, food,
Oh, wow.
even the shapes of people caught in their final moments.
It's tragic.
Yeah, it is, of course, tragic, but it gives us this incredibly vivid window into the Roman world.
Oh, absolutely. And within Pompeii,
Okay.
there's this villa that holds a particularly special treasure, the Villa dei Papyri.
Okay.
This luxurious villa, owned by a Roman senator, housed a library
A library.
of over 1,800 papyrus scrolls.
Now, this is what makes it truly remarkable.
Yeah.
It's the only surviving library from antiquity with its contents intact.
I mean, can you imagine?
Imagine the wealth of knowledge contained within those scrolls.
I mean, it's just mind-blowing. But here's the catch.
Okay.
Unrolling these fragile carbonized scrolls
Yeah.
is incredibly difficult.
I can imagine.
They could easily crumble to dust.
Oh, wow.
But thankfully, scientists have developed this incredible technique called virtual unwrapping,
Oh, cool.
using X-rays to read the scrolls without even touching them.
That's amazing.
I know.
What a time to be alive.
I know. They've already made some incredible discoveries.
Oh, really? Like what?
Well, for example, they've deciphered a quote from the Greek philosopher Democritus that suggests he was contemplating the concept of atoms,
Atoms.
the building blocks of matter, centuries before modern science.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
I know the idea that ancient philosophers were pondering such complex concepts
Right.
is mind-blowing.
Yeah, it really is. It makes you wonder.
I know.
What other groundbreaking ideas might be hidden within those scrolls just waiting to be discovered?
Absolutely. And there's one discovery
Okay.
that has scholars particularly excited. The possibility that this library contains lost letters from the Apostle Paul.
Oh, wow.
If these letters are authenticated, they could potentially be the earliest Christian writings ever found,
Wow.
which would significantly impact our understanding of early Christianity.
That would be a monumental discovery.
I know, it's like a historical detective story unfolding before our eyes.
It really is.
Speaking of mysteries, let's shift gears and dive into the deep blue sea to the site of the Antikythera shipwreck.
Okay.
It's 1900, and Greek divers stumble upon this ancient shipwreck off the coast of Antikythera.
All right.
At first, it seems like any other shipwreck, with the usual artifacts like pottery and statues.
Okay.
But then they pull up this strange, corroded bronze box filled with gears. And at first,
Yeah.
no one knew what to make of it.
Right. It looked like some kind of clockwork.
Right.
But the technology to create something that complex shouldn't have existed for another 2,000 years.
Right.
It was a true enigma.
Absolutely. I mean, it's hard to believe that something that advanced
I know.
existed over 2,000 years ago.
Right.
It really makes you wonder what other technological marvels
Yeah.
might be lost to history, just waiting to be rediscovered.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
The Antikythera Mechanism really highlights the fact that we shouldn't underestimate the ingenuity of ancient civilizations,
Yeah.
They were capable of incredible feats of engineering and scientific understanding. It challenges our assumptions about the limits of ancient technology.
It definitely does. And speaking of challenging assumptions,
Okay.
let's move on to our final location, Stonehenge.
All right.
We all know that image, those massive stones standing in a circle on the Salisbury Plain.
Yeah.
But what most people don't realize
Right.
is that Stonehenge is much more than just a monument.
It's true. The stones themselves are impressive.
Yeah.
But the real mystery lies in the thousands of skeletons buried around the site.
Really?
And what's even more intriguing is that these remains tell a story of hardship and healing. Many show signs of injuries and ailments, suggesting that Stonehenge was more than just a place of ceremony.
Yeah.
It may have been a destination for those seeking some form of relief.
That's a fascinating perspective.
Exactly.
So you're suggesting that people might have traveled to Stonehenge for healing purposes,
Exactly.
like a pilgrimage to a sacred site.
Exactly. And it's supported by another surprising finding. Over half of the people buried at Stonehenge weren't local. They came from all over, suggesting that the site held a significance that extended far beyond its immediate surroundings.
It makes you think about the power of belief and the human desire for healing, regardless of the time period.
Yeah.
And speaking of beliefs, those blue stones at Stonehenge always pique my curiosity.
Oh, yeah.
They're smaller than the Sarsens, but they were transported over 140 miles from Wales.
Wow.
What's the story there?
The blue stones are definitely intriguing. Local folklore suggests that they were believed to hold special healing properties, and there are stories of water rituals being performed with them. While we can't definitively say how or why the blue stones were brought to Stonehenge,
Right.
their presence adds another layer of mystery and significance to the site.
It's almost as if the blue stones represent this convergence of practicality and spirituality, a blend of physical effort and a belief in something beyond the tangible.
That's a great way to put it. Stonehenge wasn't just about moving massive stones.
Right.
It was about connecting with something larger than themselves.
Right. Yeah.
Whether it was the cosmos, the natural world, or the power of healing.
So we've traveled from the volcanic ash of Pompeii to the depths of the Aegean Sea and the rolling hills of England, exploring these three seemingly disparate locations.
Yeah.
What ties these places together besides their ancient origins?
I think the common thread is that they all challenge our preconceived notions about the past.
Okay.
They force us to reconsider what we think we know about ancient civilizations and acknowledge the depth of their knowledge, their skills, and their beliefs.
It's a reminder that the past isn't static or one-dimensional.
Right.
It's filled with complexity, innovation, and surprises that can still teach us something today.
Exactly. By exploring these ancient mysteries, we gain a deeper appreciation for the ingenuity of our ancestors and the enduring power of human curiosity and creativity.
It's almost like we've been on like an archaeological dig of our own, unearthing these incredible stories and insights from the past.
Yeah, for sure.
It makes you wonder what future generations will make of our civilization.
Right.
What will they uncover in like the remnants of our cities? What will our artifacts tell them about who we were?
That's a fascinating question.
I know.
Imagine, archaeologists thousands of years from now excavating our skyscrapers
Right.
and unearthing our smartphones.
Oh, okay.
What conclusions would they draw about our
Excellent.
society?
I bet they would be amazed by our technological advancements,
Yeah,
but perhaps also puzzled by some of our choices.
right.
They might wonder why we devoted so much time to those tiny screens or question our reliance on materials like plastic.
It's interesting to consider how our present will become their past.
Yeah.
They might see our era as a time of remarkable innovation, but also one of significant challenges.
Right.
A period where we possessed the knowledge and tools to solve pressing global issues, but grappled with the complexities of implementation.
It really puts things into perspective, doesn't it?
It does.
We are not just living in the present, we are shaping the future.
Yeah.
And by exploring the past, we can hopefully gain insights that will help us make more informed and responsible decisions for the generations to come.
Absolutely. The past is not just a collection of dusty relics and forgotten stories. It's a living, breathing source of knowledge and inspiration that can guide us as we navigate the present and shape the future.
This deep dive has certainly given me a lot to ponder. I'm feeling inspired to delve deeper into history and explore more of these ancient wonders.
That's the beauty of history. It's an endless source of discovery and fascination. There's always more to uncover, more to learn, and more connections to make.
And that's what the deep dive is all about, connecting with the past, understanding the present, and imagining the future. We hope you've enjoyed this journey with us as we explore the mysteries of Pompeii, the Antikythera Mechanism, and Stonehenge.
And remember, the exploration doesn't end here. Keep asking questions, keep learning, and keep diving deep into the wonders of the world around you.
If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts and any questions you might have. Until next time, keep exploring.